Yo, hey everybody, I got the information on the new locations coming to Marvel Snap in the Wakandan Warriors season. Now, Ben Brode kind of hinted at this in the developers update on the Marvel Snap YouTube channel, but he only showed the art and the names of the locations, not actually the details on what they do and how they're going to impact the game or when they're going to drop. And I've got all of that for you guys. And I got this info from snap.fan, so be sure to check them out. I got the link to the article in the description so you can read it yourself. All right, now huge spoiler warning. Don't proceed any further if you don't want to know about the new locations. I will tell you the benefits of knowing these in advance though. You can start to pre-plan your decks because these new locations in Marvel Snap are going to show in your games 40% more often. So it's going to have huge implications on whether you can win games or not. If you build a deck correctly and your opponent hasn't really figured it out yet, well, you probably have a better chance at winning and ranking up to infinite quicker. There's going to be one every week, so it's good to plan ahead. All right, you've been warned. Let's get to the locations. Here are your 4 locations that are going to be dropping in Marvel Snap once a week for the next month. Now, the rating system is just based on how excited I am for this location or how much I think it's going to be fun, not necessarily a power standpoint. There's really no way you can gauge the power of a location since it's a mutual effect for you and your opponent. So it's really just a fun factor. Don't read into it too deeply. The first location that's going to be dropping on November 8th, that is tonight, is Shuri's Lab. When you play a card here, double its power. So this is an obvious layup to Black Panther that just dropped that doubles his power on reveal. So you can double the double and it just gets out of hand and stacks. So they're clearly just trying to set up the new card for success and get some crazy videos, I'm sure of it. It is a great combination. I think this is a really cool location though, because it's simple. It doesn't do a whole lot. It's mutual, right? Even if you have a 6 power card and you play it and it becomes 12, your opponent might have a 7 power card, it becomes 14. It's not that big of a deal. If you're playing a lot of flood decks with low power things, then you're not going to get the benefit here. Now, if you're playing something big, like even Infinite, right? You're passing on turn 5, playing that Infinite, you get 40 power. That'll probably win this location outright. So I'm not going to get into too much detail about this location in particular because it's dropping tonight and I'm going to have a video later on that you should check out on some strategies on how to take advantage of this one this week. Strategies that don't just include Black Panther. All right, next we have Warriors Falls, and this is probably the one I'm the most hyped for. That's why it gets 5 stars. I think it's super unique and has a little bit of subtle nuances that I think are going to have big impact on the game. Now, this one releases November 15th, which is exactly 1 week from now, and it reads, after each turn, cards here fight. Destroy the weakest ones. Now, there's a little bit of confusion here. I don't exactly know if this is random. Like, you're just going to have, if you have 4 and your opponent has 4, is it like the 4th one will fight the 4th one, the third, like depending on the spaces of the locations? Maybe played order matters. Maybe played order is how they'll fight. If one beats the other, does it continue to fight others until only one is standing? I don't exactly know. I imagine it's random. So if I have 4, you have 4, 1 versus 1, 4 battles, and then there's going to be 4 cards left standing. If there's even amount of power, then they'll draw. That's my take on it. I think that's how it's going to work, but it's going to be really interesting to see. Now, it has destroy. So if you have a bunch of weak things, let's just say Bucky Barnes. He's only a 1 power, but if he gets destroyed, he summons a 6 power Winter Soldier. So that's actually a great way to throw him in there against your opponent's big thing. Get him destroyed so you can have an easy trigger for the Winter Soldier. And that leads into death decks where she gets discounted for everything that's been destroyed. And you don't even have to do anything here. You just got to play the cards and they're going to fight. And one way or another, something's getting destroyed unless there's a draw. So that's really good for making death cost less. All right, the third location that's been data mined is Vibranium Mines. Oh, no. No, I am not excited about this one. This one gets 1 star for the sole fact that it's putting things in my deck that I don't want to be there. Team Secondura, I brought my own deck. I crafted. I'm excited to play it. I don't want junk in there. I don't want rocks, and I don't want vibranium. Vibranium is a little bit better than rocks, right? So they're still 1 cost, but they have 4 power and they have the ability of ongoing can't be destroyed. I don't even know if that's a great thing that it can't be destroyed. Like, that's basically just Killmonger is what they're saying, is you have Killmonger and these won't get destroyed, so it's okay. Maybe you get to play these and then you play Kazar and stuff like that, but you just don't know when this location is going to come out, and I just don't know. I don't want these things in my deck. Now, one thing to note is it's only when you play a card there. So you do have the ability to decide if you want these cards in your deck or not. So that's probably the saving grace. It's not like, I believe, Subterranean, which just shoves 5 rocks in your deck and that's it. And another factor is it has the ongoing tag, which we know is pretty good with the very famous Ongoing deck that performs very well, where you use Spectrum to give your ongoing cards +2 power. So maybe there's some merit there, and I think while it's a featured location, there's going to be some strategies to take advantage of, but I think after it's featured location, it's going to be frustrating to see in your game, so I'm not too fired up about this one. And then lastly, we have the Throne Room. Now this is pretty similar to a few. We've seen Monster Metropolis, for instance, that gives +3 power to the highest power card at that location. This one is cards here with the highest power have their power doubled. So it's plural, and then it doubles their power. So if you have, let's say, 3 cards of the same equivalent power, 3 power, let's say, they're all going to get those +3. They're all going to share and reap the rewards of this location, but it's doubling it. So there's an even bigger reward than Monster Metropolis. But it's not that different. It doesn't feel that creative, and I feel like we're just mixing Monster Metropolis with Shuri's Lab, and this is just kind of a location that we came up with. Another excuse to double cards' power to benefit Black Panther, have him shine in the beginning of the season and the end of the season. So a little bit of a weird one to me. I don't know, maybe there's more than meets the eye with this one, but I'm just giving it a plain old 3 stars because it's not bad, but it's just And that will be your last new location of the season, which is on November 29th. They always drop every Tuesday night. For me, it's 10 p.m. Eastern. Whatever time zone you are, it's always going to be the same time every day. So that's it for me. I just wanted to keep you guys updated. Snap subscribe if you want constant Marvel Snap updates. I'm always going to let you know what's coming up, what's dropping, patch notes, all that good stuff. And then I'm going to have a video later tonight talking about Shuri's Lab because that is dropping soon. So stay tuned and prepare your decks. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.